Up, everybody? I'm back again for the second time today. I like to count them off because by the end of the day, this is going to be one of them ones where I might have a bunch of them. I don't know. I might go live 5 times a day or even more. I don't know. I'm going to piece it together between this work because it's a different situation when I'm doing this one. It requires a bit more constant detail and attention. I don't have as much time between my stops on this particular curry route. Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't tell y'all who I am. I'm just acting like everybody know. I'm Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation, all right? We are a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization. We deal with helping you live your best creative art life. You understand? If you live in an art life, you live in a creative life. You feel me? You're into that which is sustainable in your spirit, not just in your wallet, not just in your ability to get a bunch of things and follow a bunch of trends and talk a bunch of gossip and everything. No, we go higher than all of that. We go higher than all that. We love style. We love fashion. We love the outdoors. We love adventure. We love travel. We love real people. You understand? We deal with real people. I don't care what your ethnicity. I don't care where you're from, your nationality. If you are progressive, if you are respectful, if you love the human family, you like the whole garden of our history, our real history, our possibilities, if you're always willing to accept new information to stack it onto whatever you thought was true for so many years and realize, whoa, wait a minute, let me understand what the real meaning of the word woke is and wake up to the truth. Hello. Welcome to ONYXCON. Yeah. You get them hangnails. You know you have little hangnails, man. You got to get them when it's dry and cold. That's how you scratch a hole in your face. You be like, damn. Like, it don't take much, man. It don't take much. It's damn thing be like a razor blade. I don't know, my skin, I can't speak for nobody else, but my skin get real hard and around my nails. It's like, them things get rough. Them little pips of skin. If you don't nip them off, boy, you be like, you look like a cat. You and a cat had a real good mollywops. Anyway, y'all. Let me tell y'all about some of the content y'all may have missed. It's on here. Honestly, I'm trying to remember. Did I drop that officially? I think I did. I know I did one where I showed y'all my new. You can't even see it in the sunlight, but this thing glows in the dark. It's really cool. It's a charger, but it's got like Christmas lights. I didn't think it really glowed the way it said it would, but when I put it in the car, I was cracking. I said, "Damn, this thing don't really glow." And I was more worried. It's funny. I was worried that it would glow even in the daytime. So unless, like, I'm looking at the part that's kind of shadowed up in the little cubby hole where the USB port is, that part has the colors, but the other part in the daytime it's just like, it doesn't glow. But I like this thing. It's pretty funky. You can still kind of see the light going through it. Not really, but let me see. Let me do it like this. Can y'all see? I can't see. Because is it glowing? I don't know. When it's in the dark, it glows. I think that's cool as hell. I don't even do a Christmas tree or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to. I grew up with all that, and I love it. I like to see the lights and everything. I admit I love the lights and the festive decor, because it's art. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. If it's art, I love it, period, right? I mean, not period, because some stuff is art, but that ain't my vibe. Art it's got to be your taste. It's got to be your wheelhouse, right? But I like creative things that make me feel a certain way, and that stuff makes you feel good. I love at nighttime you pass by and somebody really went all out and got creative with it and got stuff everywhere. I mean, just everywhere, right? I tell you what, I don't know about y'all, but I think the most popular character out of all these other characters, everybody always talking about who the biggest characters are that kids love and adults know, if not love themselves. That doggone Bluey is a cult, okay? That little dog, the big-eyed dog and his family, Bluey is a cult, okay? In a good way. I mean, saying cult don't always have to be something bad. I'm saying, Bluey is a cult, though. I'm telling you. I see Bluey and the cult of Bucky. And none of this is advertising. I wish I could say that Buc-ee's is a official sponsor of ONYXCON. Man, please. Y'all would never have me asking about no I wouldn't care if you subscribe or not. Shit, man, you get some Buc-ee's money behind you. Them fools probably make a zillion per second. I mean, you talking about the most insane gas station, Wally World like store thing. I went one time. I seen one. I was on a long trip. I think that was that was at and this is all content if you want to check it out. I know I did at least a quick couple of videos when I was in the first Buc-ee's I ever went in. But shout out to my homie Sherwin Brown, man. We went down to Florida to do some fishing, and on the way we went through a bunch of spots, pit stops you do on a road trip. And on the way back we hit a Buc-ee's, and I said, he told me he knew about it. He said, "Oh yeah, you about to be all messed up. You ain't never been up in this." And this was back when it was kind of like, it was past the pandemic, but it was still, it being your. I put it like this: to this day, shoot, man, if the crowd is too thick, I'm mad at myself for not having a mask in my pocket, because shoulder to shoulder just don't, no, especially this time of year, like hell no. And that's how it was up in this store. I was like, good gosh, is it that serious for a barbecue pork sandwich with just some meat, sauce, and bread? Like, really? Like, is it that serious just to pose next to the giant beaver statue or whatever, But yeah, man, Buc-ee's is an empire. It's a cult. It's just, that thing is insane. If you ain't never seen one, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Buc-ee's, crazy. But I see people with the blow-ups of Buc-ee and stuff on their lawn too. The little blow-up ones that glow in the dark and stuff. That's like that and the bucket, that Bluey and the Buc-ee's. They running stuff. I'm telling you, they got it. You see everybody else and different stuff. Of course, a Santa Claus and all that type of stuff. But I'm talking about recognizable characters. Buc-ee's and Bluey, they rule. They are a cult. Oh my goodness. But talk to me in the comments, especially if you're international and you do a thing, this time of year, any type of celebrations, what I'm saying? Tell me. If we got anybody up in here from Germany, man, holla at me and let me know about that Krampus thing, because I know about Krampus. It ain't a thing like I don't know. I've been studying up on that for years, and I knew about it before. I knew about it before it became all super popular in some cities in America, and folks who didn't know about it, now they found out, and they've started their own parades here. Like I think there's a big one in Boston, some other big cities. They do a big Krampus parade and stuff. And Krampus is this character from old, quite frankly, if you really want to get to the root of Krampus, the lore of that is going back to, I always say, original peoples of Europe, of Western Europe. And even on into some other areas, there are some like energies, different names, but the purpose of the characters and everything is more or less the same. And they're like, they're nature spirits, quite frankly. But then, once you brought in the organized religious European version of Christianity, then Krampus becomes like this favorite villain. But it's like, how can it's funny about villainy. If you even know the word villain comes from a word that means country person. So literally, the aristocracies and the rich looked at country folk as the ops. Like, we got to keep them in check. We got to keep them. They're the enemy mentally, because if we can control them, fine. But if they want to act up and not pay our taxes that we are suddenly imposing on them and things of this nature, then you're a problem, because you're not going with this. You got to be about this. If you don't believe me, like I always say, because this is what I'm saying right now. A lot of people can't hang. It shatters their whole perception of reality and words and history, because they don't deal with real history. The word villain means country person in etymology, and it originally was set up as, like I say, to create the ideal that, okay, for the aristocrats who wanted to control poor people, well, we gotta make y'all villains, because y'all are always rebelling against our control, and we want control over your land, over everything. We want to be able to tax you. We want to be do whatever we want to do with you. You are just our minions. And other people was like, I ain't no damn minion. I'm just a country person that want to live my life off the land and be tied to the land. And all that don't go with the organized religion situation that they created. So Thus, you get the duality of a character like Krampus, and how you have this character that Santa Claus even came from, because Santa Claus, truly the way we know it in America, the whole red suit and all that, that's Coca-Cola. Yeah, look that up. They all comes out of Coca-Cola and stuff. But the previous Pope-like character that Santa comes from, and the duality of him versus Krampus, but yet they roll together. They come to doors, and if you've been good, the whole idea of naughty and nice. If you've been good, you get gifts from the Santa character, the Pope-like character, and if you've been bad, Krampus gonna whip you with a stick and beat you with chains and shit, and drag you away and beat you. And that, yeah, it's so Christmassy. Yeah, it's real brisk outside today. Very brisk. I like that word. It's brisk. That's kind of cold it is. It's brisky out that month. So yeah, Krampus parades and all that type of thing. That's the sides of Whoa, whoa. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear that wind? Can you hear that wind? Whoa, whoa, whoa. But it's beautiful though. This is my kind of day. This is my kind of winter day. This is my favorite type of winter day. I don't care how cold it gets as long as the sun is out. If the sun is out with it, I'm a sun person. I gotta have that sun, man. What are you doing, baby? Are you, this lady doing the weird, scary, I go, cool. All right, cause you doing that weird driving. You going back way out of somebody's driveway, hang on the edge of the one across the street. I'm trying to go straight ahead. Are you about to turn? Because if you about to turn, I ain't moving. And then you looking all around in the car, not looking. They ain't looked at me yet to let me know. Oh, it's okay. You can go. No, you supposed to be waiting on somebody, but you done pulled out because there's so many other cars in the driveway. Oh man. Some people literally. I think like every so many years, you know, we all get in Georgia. I don't know if this would apply to the world. By no means. I know it doesn't. It don't even apply to America, and it should. You haven't had a driver's test since you were, what, 16, whatever the age it is we get our, permit, and then if you don't get a permit later on, whatever. People should be retested. I'm putting this out there knowing I wouldn't even like to have to do it. It would be inconvenient as hell. But I think like every time you get a new license, you know how your license expires. I've had to renew my license like once. And even that was because I moved. So, when you move, you got to get the new license. You got to get the new license for your new address. Every time you do that, I think your ass should be tested. Just to make sure. Are you a good driver? Because people out here on some other, man. I'm serious. It's yeah. It's too much. When you drive for work, you see how bad is. You realize why there's so many accidents. You realize why it's going to always be some issues until people get responsible about the reality of this thing to have a pair of car keys in a car. It's like some people really taking the opportunity to move in this way for granted as they get older, as they get younger. Because especially the youngies, these young mama, they need to be tested every year. I think like teenagers to like 20, what they say, the frontal lobe closes at 27. To 27, your ass gotta get tested every year. Every year. Let me see that parallel park. Let me see that left right signal. Let me see that. Yeah, man. We need some refreshers. That's all I'm saying. We need some refreshers, and that's on everything, man. Like, the basic stuff. They gotta change that. I won't be able to turn it anywhere I want to, but anyway, you gotta put on your seatbelt, people. In Georgia, you do, and I think it should be universal because they do save lives. Even though I used to hear the most ridiculous stuff when I was doing rideshare. I'd never get an old man told me, I knew a lady he said, because I know that it'll kill you. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I knew a lady who got cut in half by one in an accident because that thing was so tight on her. I said, okay. I'm not even going to say what you said. It didn't happen. But if it did, weigh your evidence of one person's so super sad situation against how many lives have been saved from people wearing a seatbelt. And get back to me on that. Because you're a dumbass. I didn't say that, but I said, well, in my car, sir, I require you wear a seatbelt. He put it on because I was like, I'm not moving till you're not about to fly out the back seat if something happens, back of your head hit my head, whatever, and your body coming, because people, they say that's the first thing happens with people in the back seat, they fly forward. And let me not give y'all the grizzly. Y'all know what I'm saying. I ain't got to keep getting into all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It can get real ridiculous, and it don't have to be at all. Just people don't, a lot of this stuff, like I say, all the basic stuff needs to be retaught. Folks say, I'm an adult. Okay, well, who speaks first when a group of people are sitting in a room, you walk in, who speaks first? Shit, I don't know, somebody else. I just say, what up? They might say, they don't. I don't give a damn. They do speak. No, stupid. You are supposed to speak. You're supposed to speak to everybody in that room, or at least like you don't have to literally say, "Hey, you over there," and you over if you don't even know everybody. It's like you walk into a barbecue at somebody's house. You're the stranger, but you're with a date that person's this their family. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? You know, or when she says, "Hey, everybody, this is so and so," you wave to everybody. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Not just standing there like, you know. And there's people who do that. There's people who do that. There's people who think that common decency and respect is weird and soft. And I don't know them, so I ain't gotta say nothing. You know, all this till you warm up to me, you gotta prove to me that you real on my weak ass scale of what you think real is. Man, if you don't go somewhere and eat yourself and die, like you're a piece of shit. Like, no, that's not how it works. Sorry, that's not how it ever gonna work. I mean, it's ancient what I'm talking about. This is ancient. And there's different ways of it, but it's always with the same intent. There's different ways of it, but it is always with the same intent of respect first, no matter what. And nothing boils my blood more than the lack of respect that has become so common, especially in America. It's the number one reason, amongst many other reasons, why I'm like, man, I gotta be somewhere else in my life. I can't just this is it. I was born in America. I'm just gonna be here till I go. No. I don't have to. I've already made peace with the fact that with the expense of things and the struggle to get the income to live super fly and fancy, or just nice, man. You ain't gotta be. I don't need the fake version of luxury. I know how to get out of simple things, and it still be fly. Don't get it twisted. It still be fly. It still be clean. It still be a really, really, really nice situation. It just may not have the price tag or some damn label on the ass of it or on the gate of it. It ain't gotta have a certain name and a certain brand that costs. Like I did a post today, and I hope y'all see it because I guess the algorithm knows I had success with one reaction video to something Mike Epps said, the comedian Mike Epps, who is a very smart man. Mike is silly, but you hear him talk seriously, that is a very smart man. He's not his goofy characters. He's not Day-Day, you know what I mean? Day-Day is a character. But the man, Mike Epps, is very smart and very deep on a lot of topics. And he was talking about these luxury brands and how people go so crazy over them, but the reality of them and how you getting got because it'd be the same thing without the name on it, being made in the same factory. We've been saying this forever. This is not new. Generations and generations of folks have been saying this, especially since the 80s when we realized what it really was with the game. And then there's another one with Boozy, Lil Boozy talking about, and if you know Boozy, you know how crazy he is. He'll say anything, but it was funny still. He is funny, dude. He can be silly and he over the top, but he can be funny as hell with his ratchet stuff. But he was basically saying like, whatchamacallit used to be on Breakfast Club. Cutie was like, yo, I ain't never seen you in that yellow jacket. He's saying you gonna see it again and again and again. I said, damn right. I'm paying all this money for this stuff. You think I'm gonna wear it one time? Ain't nobody out here playing them games y'all be living by. Oh, only wear something once. Motherfucker, I'm wearing it. All I care if it's that important to me is that I keep it clean and is maintain it. But I like fun stuff. Let's keep it fun, right? About relationship goals in the art life. I mean, honestly, that's not exactly a fun topic either sometimes, but it can be. It can be. If you find the right people who's supposed to be in your life, then it can be great. You know what I'm saying? So speaking to all of the gentlemen looking for beautiful ladies in their life, man, let me tell y'all something I've been knowing, but I'm coming to some new conclusions about, First and foremost, I'm on the expat tip, so I'm always for leave this country if you're in America, go abroad, see the possibilities of ladies abroad, realize and recognize you do have options. You are not, but the travel part is it's the most expensive option, quite frankly. Depending on your finances. Maybe that ain't no big deal to you. You just, $2,500 to $5,000 for a 5 to 6 day, 8 at max on average type trip anywhere in the world is okay to you. No big deal. You spend that on a pair of Jordans. It's okay, great. Well, if you that guy, why the hell ain't you a subscriber and sending some funds to ONYXCON with your crazy ass? No, seriously. Like for real, if you balling like that, man, why ain't you supporting the things that you like? If you watching me say this, you need to be donating, okay? At ONYXCON on Venmo, cash sign ONYXCON on Cash App. Real talk all day. We need you. Thank you. But if you got it like that, right? That's ladies and gentlemen, if you got it like that, just always consider all the levels and layers of it. Of okay, so what, you can throw it around and you can move it with. You more than likely still have to work some kind of job. Mm-hmm. And if that job require that you check in some way, even if it's from home on your laptop, whatever your situation, if you're a true digital nomad, again, man, kudos to you living the dream, right? But for the rest of us trying to get there, right, like the reality is, even if you had the ability to go more often than more people do, I watch all these guys who are living the absolute dream that I'm aspiring to, where I can be back and forth to America, still, never gonna give up my citizenship. Because these mofos, man, please, this place, this, and everybody like me, it owes us. So I ain't giving up my status. But I am about living abroad. I do see how I could and where I possibly might, and I've done a lot, and there's things I haven't even touched yet that I know are on that list of maybe. And then there's places that I know I could that I already have. Like I know why people go to Dominican Republic. Like I could live in there. I could live in Mexico. I really could. I like both. Hell, I could live in Malaysia. Those are the three I've been so far. But Malaysia's just so damn far. I'm just like, man, if it wasn't so far. I hate to put. Yeah, cold out here. Cold for real though. So pretty though. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's just cold. That's it. That's the only thing. It's cold as hell. So when you got that wind involved, that's when you know it's cold. Just cold. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. A quick 5 minute here before I got to get out and drop another one. So let me talk to you. So as I was saying, I really was starting to try and talk about relationships. I was saying, like, I look abroad on purpose. Like, I definitely, on dating apps, I open myself up to looking at ladies everywhere. Like, I don't give a damn where they at. Well, I do give a damn where they at. But there's enough countries I would visit to possibly find a new friend, create a pen pal, go from there and build something else. But then locally, as hard as it is to find, somebody you can get along with, when you do, oh, what a feeling. Oh, what a feeling, right? And shout out to, some of that energy I have in my life right now. I'm just going to put it like that. You know who you be, and I appreciate you. I really do. And you know I do. It's like that, you know what I'm saying? There's some real women still left, is all I'm saying. There's some real women. The only thing about it that I keep having to even adjust my own meter, so to speak, is me being single without kids, I be looking for the ladies with no kids. And the older I get, it's damn near impossible. I ain't saying it is. It's definitely not impossible. There's plenty of folks out here still no kids, but I find a lot of ones that don't have the children, even the ones who do, but especially the ones who don't, they tend to be the little, what can I call it? You just take one look at their picture and be like, okay, this is all about money. And you'll hear it in the comments, the way they say, the word generosity has become a negative thing online on dating apps. If a woman says, I'm looking for a generous, okay, you looking for somebody to sponsor you through your pathetic existence because you ain't willing to face that this is America in hold on, is this the address? Is that, damn, these weird ass, they don't have no damn numbers that work on their mailbox no more. Shit done faded. Look, y'all, here's a tip for real. If you regularly order stuff and your mailbox does not have clear numbers because they done got old, fell off, one of them hanging off, one of them faded, all of them done faded, go get another one, please. Go get your numbers. Go get all of the numbers. Get the damn, get you some reflective ones too that light up at night. Hell, if they even make some, and I'm sure somebody makes this, some stuff that charges in the daytime with a little solar panel on it, and at night it lights up so you can see your number in the dark no matter what. Get your stuff right. Stop ordering until you're ready for ordering. To be a person who does online shopping and gets a lot of packages, which probably 90% of America does right now, please have your numbers right. Because first of all, your package will end up going back. Second of all, it will get misdelivered by people who don't give a damn. Unlike me, I will look and make sure I'm at the right house. But some folks don't. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, man, that's just a little public service announcement. Make sure your house numbers, and have house numbers. You can never have enough house numbers. Have a house, and make sure, here's another thing. You know how y'all have the numbers that be doing like this or going straight? Those are ineffective for most of the delivery apps. You want all your numbers to be on a horizontal line. They need to be straight across like this. On your mailbox somewhere, they need to be like that. And on the house somewhere, they need to be like that. I'm telling you, I'm serious. I'm not, you might take this lightly, but that is a major tip I'm just giving you. That is almost a guarantee, and there's no guarantees in this world, but that's almost a guarantee of always getting your packages delivered on time and to the right location. Because when you are on the street where there's numbers that are very close to each other or haphazardly situated, which happens a lot, you got a lot of these damn builders that need their ass brought up on permanent charges for life because they built communities where numbers are off. Like, you got 40 jumping to 50 with no in between, but then there is a 51 and a 52 at the end of the cul-de-sac. But these other numbers was at the front. I swear everything I'm saying I done seen, lived, dealt with, and got pissed off about. So get your numbers right, man. Put them damn numbers at the front of your mailbox and on the side, and have them, because that means either way the driver's coming, they can see you because they got cars behind them. You on a busy street. Even if it ain't, it don't matter. It's all about being seen and recognized quickly and easily. The easier you make it on everybody bringing that stuff to your house, you will get your packages. But when you got them jacked up damn numbers, I mean, like, That's the ultimate Christmas gift this year. I'm gonna put that, man, I'm gonna have to make a short about this. If I can't cut this and make it a short, I'm gonna make a short official about this. Just me saying that. Man, I'm about to do that. I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not gonna do it now. I gotta do that. Seriously, because y'all, man, that's needed. People need to understand that. You're gonna help yourself if you listen. If you're gonna be an asswipe about it and not do it, I promise you're gonna pay for it. you're gonna be having to get up out of bed and go get that package from the Browns. And we got it down here at the hub. You had to pick it up direct, man. We've made 3 attempts, and you were never home, or you didn't have the right address. You haven't corrected it in the system yet, so you got to come get it. You want your Zara box, your damn Fashion Nova? Yeah, I know y'all too well. What I be dealing with. I know what everything is going everywhere and what they order. All y'all done got into the food. Y'all get your food delivered to you. You don't have time to cook, so you got meal prep boxes. Yeah, I'm one of the many in is delivering your food to you. Do you want your food at somebody else's house? I haven't made that mistake, but I know how easily it could happen. Like, I done had a situation just the other week. These people's address does not show up in GPS accurately. It makes it like they're in across a creek. It was like I was in Ellenwood, I think it was, somewhere in Decatur. I can't remember if I was Ellenwood or DeKalb. Wherever I was, when I tell you this subdivision looks exactly like the other one, but they're 2 different places. And there was like a bog, like a creek thing between them. And I can see it on the map. I can see it with the satellite. I'm like, this is a whole nother place. Why has it got me over here? But the app kept insisting that you're not there until you're this. I said, oh no, that's bullshit. I'm not doing that. I'm talking about the number it had in the actual delivery app, not even GPS. GPS, if I remember right, I may be mixing this up because it's been so wild, and so many. I put it like this. What I'm talking about happened more than once, but the worst that ever happened was like this. So I just had to just follow the dot. No, I know it was not. It was accurate inside the delivery app. But even the address in the delivery app was the only thing I had to go off of, pointing me to the wrong place in GPS because GPS had it wrong. So I was like, this is some bull, right? Like, which one is it? And then I just realized, I said, man, this is off. This is a glitch. So I gotta be smart enough and human enough and ethical enough to not want to have a problem and mess up my account and my status as a great delivery driver out here doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to the right house, even though I gotta go out my way. It was like another 5 minutes just to get over to that side of things on the map. But when I got there, it said, you're not at the right, yes I am. You just had, and I give it, some apps don't even let you insist that you're at the right place. It'd be like, you cannot be at the right, so then you gotta call it in. And in this app, you can't call shit. All you can do is talk to support, which could take who Lord knows how long. I mean, anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. What? Mess up your whole damn day and your whole route. So nah, don't play, y'all. Get your address right and have your stuff. If you know you're in an area where you always have problems, that is just. So yeah, y'all, bottom line, back to my original topic before I went on my tangent. Just, when it comes to relationships and what we're all looking for, we all got our limits, we all got our boundaries, you should have some boundaries. Hopefully you got some boundaries. You'll learn to have some if you ain't got none out there. I know a lot of folks talk a bunch of stuff, and then you see how they move, and it's like, I thought you said you wouldn't do that because of this. Yeah, well, hilarious, So I look abroad and I look local too, and when I find local that works for me, and like I was saying, I have a thing about the children thing. I try not to got kids, because women with kids always gonna be busy, too busy for you, or always, as they should, put their kids first, which I respect. But at the same time, if you plan something with them and then everything got to be canceled because of that, something going on, you're like, oh snap, man, that's some bull. And I've been there. I've been through stuff like, man, I got to cancel, I got to do a rain check. And they good for, I'll make it up to you. And, if the get down is good, yeah, you're going to get some extra everything you normally get. And that's wonderful. But, man, that gets old if you're really dealing with a lot of cancelizations and a lot of lack of regard for your time and resources, what you're doing. to make them happy with you, because no one's responsible for anybody else's happiness except them. You know, we embellish each other's happiness. We put cherries on the top of each other's happiness. But if you're trying to put the cherry in the damn dessert keeps getting moved, it's like, I'm sorry, rain check, then that you're gonna be like, I need another dessert to put this cherry on. Like, I can't keep doing this, right? So shout out to the ladies who understand that. Shout out to the ladies who be like, look, I know how much I'm asking for, and who don't pretend that being a mom is not a deterrent. Like, they're not under no illusions about that. They understand. Look, man, my life decisions have scarred my options for life. I'm going to always have a hard time. That's funny. Anyway, again, this crazy driving out here. You know, they know it. I'm gonna always have a hard time because first and foremost, guys are gonna be like, well, okay, how many kids? Then if it's a lot, it's like, oh snap, why is that like that? And then depending on the situation, you gotta weigh in and say, do I want to deal with this? But a woman who's got her stuff together, I mean, really, I got my stuff. It's not a hashtag. It's actions. It's actual proof. I got it. That's not a hashtag. Hashtag, I got my shit together. No, that's bullshit. Real stuck together is action, activity, movement. A woman who says, I'm going to do this with you on this date, and she shows up. A woman who says, I'm into you like this, and she proves it. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about, right? And I will say, there's flakes everywhere in the world, but I think a lot of women in other countries, in my experience, and I haven't outright dealt with anybody who had kids in other countries, but I've had pen pals, and and ones that I would possibly like to meet and stuff, and they just some of the sweetest, most attentive women you ever want to wish for in that regard, because they don't take your time, but they don't take for granted the fact they can even get the attention of somebody else from another country, and they all have the fantasy of the American guy that they could like, because everybody from America ain't on some up and up automatic, like, oh, he's American, so she gonna get with you. No, you can't be an asshole no matter where you're from, you bunch of goofies that be messing it up for the real ones to come through. But for the right woman, man, they just appreciate in a different way. And I think that is true overall, even for American women who are culturally from a household from another place. That's all I can keep saying for all my fellas out here that's in the hunt for the right ones, for all the right ones, because there's no such thing as the one. That's another theory I have. It's the ones of ones, but you can end up feeling like, man, this is my person for life right now. I'm a settle. They say settle down. That's what you're doing. You settling. You had other options. You always have more than one that could be right for you. But you decide, I'm going to settle for this one. Now, me, myself, I am in no position to settle. Even with current options and things, I'm just like, I ain't in a position for it. You got to be financially right. There's a lot of things go with that. A lot of things. And this OG conversation for real right now. This is Silver Fox real talk if you really want to get into it. Okay? Love don't pay no bills, as they say. It don't. And love ain't gonna walk you through all the intricacies of cultural differences, family differences, all that stuff. So like, this is why I tell ladies, when I first deal with somebody who seems like they like me as much as I like them physically and mentally, they into my brain, I'm into their brain, we're into we want to, share brains. You know what I mean? It gets down to business. It gets down to, well, what really matters here, and what you really want, and what can I not do, and what can I do. And that's gonna be it. It ain't even no big ass. It's no big debate. There's no, well, let's try to pretend if we do this long enough, do that long enough, things will change. Your situation is your situation until it's not. And even when it does change, that don't mean that you're right for each other. In the long range, there's nothing wrong with having a season. And we got to get to the point in this, especially in this, I think it's healthier societally, the way people are moving and having relationships that are so loosey-goosey and all over the place, and so much hookup culture. You need to be able to evolve out of that young hookup culture and get into, look, you may not be ready to settle down, but you're going to be responsible about who you spend the most time with. Does that make sense? I hope it did. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep. These stops got gaps in them today, y'all. Normally, I ain't got no time to be on here talking to y'all like that. I guess it was meant to be. Somebody need to hear this. I ain't got no time to be on here talking to y'all like that. I guess it was meant to be. Somebody need to hear this wisdom I'm sharing. Wisdom I'm sharing. So, universe makes a way. Universe bless. Here we go. I'm dropping the time to like this video. Come on, man. But always like everything you watch too, because that's literally how it's going to keep popping up in your algorithm. You won't be like, I like what that brother was talking about, but I can't remember what that channel was. I follow 17,000 pages. Oh, snap. I knew I should have subscribed. You will kick yourself later. I'm telling you. I'm speaking from my own experience as a person who loves YouTube, that, you know, sometimes you just getting that, oh, that was a good video. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. Did you like and subscribe? Because you need to subscribe. Because you need to. Because you're going to come back. You're going to want to come back. And if you can't even remember the person's name, what was their name? Oh, man. And I do multi-niche content. So you just say, oh, he the dude who always be showing. Sometimes I'm showing toys. He be on vacation. Shit, I didn't even get a vacation in 2025. God damn it, you know. But sometimes I be on, you know, I be traveling. I love traveling. That is a part of this channel. So you gotta subscribe so you don't miss nothing. That's my point. That's my point. Please, please heed my word. Do right by me, and I'm gonna constantly do right by you, because I'm here to win. I'm in it to win it, man. I'm winning already just by being alive and creative and loving. I love going live, y'all. I look forward to doing this every day, actually. I really do. It's the job I love to do. I love seeing my numbers when I don't think nobody's gonna appreciate it, and then I get the comments. I don't get a lot, but I get enough to let me know. Keep going. And in terms of numbers, no, I do get a lot. I'm talking about comments, no. But that's because I have blocks up. I know if I was letting any old BS come through, then yeah, it'd be a bunch of trash. But we don't deal with that. We deal with higher level frequencies. We on a higher frequency over here. This is ONYXCON, man. We got a pedigree about us. You understand, ain't it? It's pedigree, baby. It's pedigree. You know. So, I think I covered that one pretty much. I ain't gonna dwell too much on that with the relationship goals and the art life. This is what I mean, multi-content. We just covered relationships. Now, I talked a little bit about travel. I talked about the expat life. That's ONYXCON Travel Club convo. Let me talk about that a little bit more, man. I really want, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The fact that I didn't go nowhere in 2025, I'm trying to go 2 to 3 places in 26. Like literally, I'm trying to be in the air consistently. And what T.I. like to say, just so to rhyme, expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? Expeditiously, damn it. I'm trying to be in the air. What did E40 say? In the air where it's fair. In the air where it's fair. That's my joint. In the air where it's fair. In the air where it's fair. I can hear it. Oh man, I gotta hear that today. I was jamming on some 40 this morning, man. Somebody had I did a video to that video, a little reaction joint. This brother, I think it's I don't want to say your name wrong, brother, but I think it's Chicano Lowrider guy or something like that. But all of his content is all about lowrider culture for the most part, and from a Latin perspective. I mean, he covered everybody. It don't matter who's got the cars, but he definitely is, probably Mexican. I'm saying probably. I never guessed. Brother might be something else from the nearby regions. It don't always have to be Mexico, but a lot of people are into that culture. So. Cultura, and I respecto, see? Respecto cultura, lowriders. I love lowriding, man. That's on my wish list of life. That I've been to car show after car show here and there. I've had some friends that may have had some sporty Euro lowrider type things, but I've never officially rode in a truly tricked out old school. Like, I've sat in some, I've took pictures near some, all that. But I want to ride in a hydraulic hopping, Dayton wheeled, and not just with Dayton, like all kind of looks. But I love them old school, man. I love it, like 57 Chevy, 60 whatever Impalas, 59 Impala. That's what, 58 Impala. We back, and I'm gonna keep right on them numbers rolling before I start talking. Make sure this thing working. So I was saying about Kenya is a beautiful place, man. Cradle of civilization, cradle of humanity. Original land, man. Like that, to walk where the first human beings ever walked, that's come on. That's why I say, yeah, Kenya's definitely, it goes kind of like Kenya first, then you do Kemet, because while humanity started in Kenya, and there were kingdoms and great civilization all over any country you name in Africa, the most influential ancient culture on the continent and in the world, but on the continent of Africa, is Egypt. You say what you want. The foundation of masonry and all of that ideology that, quite frankly, came out of that part of colonial Europe, and they just took and didn't give credit a lot of times, or where credit has to be given, they still try to skew it and make it like, oh, that's because they weren't really Africans and all that other bullshit, right? But we know the real, and that's always home. So Kemet, yeah, it's a mandatory. It's an absolute mandatory trip. Like, hell, if I could pull both of them off in the same year, you talking about somebody, you ain't gonna be, man, I'm gonna be, you talking about what kind of sneakers you got on? Man, I'm walking on Airs. Oh yeah, Air Jordan, no, Air, like Air. Like you really, yeah, I'm flying. Did you know? Damn, your feet ain't touching the ground. Exactly. I'm floating through life from here on. I'm already doing that, but I'm talking about after I get to them places, man, come on, man. That's woo. And when I go fishing on the Nile, it's over. There's nothing. I mean, the rest of it is just from there forward, because that's where fishing started. The first rod, the first rope string attached to it, the first hooks, all documented, everything I'm saying. The first hand line techniques, the first net techniques, Kemet, documented. Now, there's other places where all this would have happened. Everything I just said happened in Kenya too, more than likely with first humans, but documented, because those first humans, things were documented in different phases, different levels of from my knowledge, because as I say, this is the beauty of travel. As I say this, I had to eat my own words, because you realize things are on purpose hidden from camera. That it's not spoken of that much, but it still exists. You get to Kenya and realize you're going to cave and be like, wait, did people just draw this on the wall last week? They'll be like, no, sir, this is original. These have all been carbon dated. All of this is protected. Nothing here has been plagiarized. These are original cave drawings, and this is what, as you can see, the people used to fish. I'll be just all over myself, like, damn. But I gotta go see all that for myself, for real talk. So yeah, Africa's an absolute must, and it would be awesome this year to put in an African country with like Puerto Rico or with Brazil. Oh my gosh, like if I did Kenya and Brazil, I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff is life changing. We get this money right on this channel. I always say I want to take a trip per season. I want to start with like when the bag is sweet, when the bag is really sweet. I'm talking about, ain't gotta worry about nothing. The money's flowing, so we can use money for what money really is. It's a tool to live life. I'm gonna show y'all some life and inspire the hell out of y'all. You understand me? The same way great travelers that I love online have inspired me. Again, back to shouting out Ace Live. Shout out brother Jay out there in Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? Living your best life. Jay be doing his thing. Him and his wife. You know what I'm saying? Getting down, doing their thing, man. Showing you what it is, what it can be. Brother, old wild ass Zoe, man. But Zoe's a good dude at heart, man. He get a little crazy sometimes for an older dude. He older than me. I don't know how much, because Zoe, I was talking in a live one time and I tried to get the age out of her. I said, what? People were guessing his age. I said, wait, what, you like, you about what? 55 or what? I don't know what I said. I think I said 55, 54. He said, no, I ain't there quite yet. But I was thinking, bruh, that's only from 50 to 54. You must be about 52, 53. Like, it can't be. He's older than me. You know what I mean? But bruh is going everywhere all the time. Always with the honeys. Love the ladies. Always got some baddies with him. You know, I love it though, man. That's the life, man. Some people, that's not important. To me, that is. I get it. I totally get it. And I don't even need to have as many women around me as he does, honestly. I think, well, I take that back. I'll gladly have that many, but in terms of dealing with them, like directly, that's too much stress, man. I don't want to literally deal with that many women in a year. It's too much, because I know the emotional, mental, everything that comes with that. And he talks about it. He go through it too, boy. He be in and out of things, breaking up. Somebody he had an interview with, the girl was just fine with him interviewing him while they were doing, they kiki kakan and slapping his leg and rubbing his back and all into him. As soon as they realized, wait a minute, this American guy makes money on my image online. Well, yeah, but didn't he give you probably the most extravagant weekend you may have ever had in your life? And if he comes back, he's probably gonna call you again because you're a favorite on the camera. Like, you know, I understand, but at the yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Oh man. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of amazing folk who do that travel content that inspire me. And like I say, yeah, Ace Live, Zoe, Jay Abroad, that's his channel, Jay Abroad, Jay. Check him out. His brother named Isaiah, I think Isaiah Bradley or something. I don't want to say it. You know what, I'm not even gonna do that, because if I got the wrong name, I'm gonna feel so bad for. I like to credit people right, you know. I haven't done one of these shout out videos in a while. And I did one years ago, and I had Ace. Ace will be in it again this year if I do it. I gotta always give him his props, man. He got more to celebrate this year, the stuff he's done. He went to Guinea-Bissau. I'm sorry, not Guinea-Bissau. Damn, I'm just throwing out Guineas. That's, I know why I said that though. Thinking about another place I gotta go, because that's part of my roots, like directly. I'm of Balanta, the Balanta people. I did the swab test, and I gotta go to Balanta land, so to speak. I gotta go to Senegal, because Senegal got some Balantas, but I gotta go to Guinea-Bissau. I gotta go to Cameroon. Shout out Cameroon. I gotta go to Equatorial Guinea, the only Spanish-speaking colonized area in Africa. Yeah, very small, but right on the coast, and there's an island that's one of their territories, and that's where my people are from there. Bioko Island. I was like, man, when I found out I had an island in my land, I was like, there it is. I'm an island. I always knew I had the island. I love the islands, man. I love beaches. I love it. Love it. That's me all day. Even when I'm in this cold stuff, and I like to see the leaves change and all that. I'm looking at a tree right now that amazingly still has its leaves, and it's so pretty in the sunlight. But hey man, if somebody asks me, you want this or you want palm trees and coconut trees? Let me get that coconut. But can I still have my oak trees? Because I love them too. Yeah, you can visit them. Okay, good. that's me. Straight up. Like, I need some oaks too now. I need to go home. I like home. I love home. And home got a different love about it. I gotta have that too. Please don't close. Please don't close. Woo. One of them gates that look like, is it broken? Why is it open? I hate doing apartments, man. Apartments are the worst. They're the worst. They really are. Get on my damn nerves. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Man, so many places. I'm giving myself ideas for content. This is why I love going live. I brainstorm with y'all. I've got to do me a new, that's another piece of content I got to do before the year is up. I got to do a shout out to my favorite channels and favorite content. Like stuff that I made, stuff that other people made that I loved. That was just, you know, shout some folk out, man. Best of the best. It won't even be I don't know if I would do a top 10. People love top 10s. Oh, you put me ahead. I don't want to do that because I don't want to rate nobody. It ain't about that. It ain't about you're better than them. I like, I was looking at my homie Richie Mack the other night. Zoom to Thailand. Love Richie Mack, man. I've been watching him for years now. And even when Richie ain't talking about nothing that would be really, really exciting to me, he just seems like somebody I already know. So listening to him on a live, like the way I'm talking right now, it feels familiar. So it doesn't, and I know people from LA. I'm not from LA, but I got people from LA. So they're family to me. So hearing his accent, the LA accent, is endearing. And when he talks that LA talk, it's endearing because I know it and I like it. And it's just, from hip hop to actual human beings I've met, not just celebrity rappers and stuff. That's what. Oh boy, they got me hunting for an address. This is what kills your time. Yeah. This right here, right now. This is it. This is what makes me long when it don't have to be. This looking for apartment numbers in unorganized. Like you have 400 across the street from 100. Why is that not 100, 200? Like why is that not? No order, no order, just random shit, random shit. That's what drives you up the wall when you're doing courier work, man. And stretches out your day, makes it long when it don't have to be. Anyway, we're gonna get it done. We always do. Here we go. We in the area now. Let me go this way instead of the other way, that way. And always, hey, this is a tip for all drivers. You already know this if you do this stuff. Give yourself an out. Always be parked in a way that's like you ready to go, you ready to leave. Try not to ever park in a way where you got to back out. Less backing you got to do, the better. Even though I'm backing up right now, I knew I could take this space, but I'm doing it on purpose because I don't like parking with my nose in. Then you don't see people behind you. I got the little sensor, beep beep beep, somebody behind you. You got to keep moving, man. Keep moving. It's about movement, people. It's about movement. Okay. I don't even want to cut y'all off, man. I'm in that mood today. Where I just want to cut it off. But I gotta say bye. You hang up. No, we going places in 2026. I'm telling y'all. Start supporting this channel. I might jump back on.